Welcome back, Pythoners. In this video, we will explore the UI first a bit, and we can see that once I ran these cells, we have the output here. It's always there, but there are a few things in the interface we can do. For example, if we look at the file, we see nothing interesting here perhaps, and then edit, we at this point don't see there. In view, not in insert here, you can insert different things. But here we also have in the runtime, here we can restart the session. And if we click that, it asks us, are you sure? It will remove all local variables. We want to start over. So for example, I've done that, but we still have the output here. If we go to, let's see, where was it? I want to go to view, or to clear the, here, clear all outputs. Now we don't see that, so we're starting over. Now you see there's no green check mark. So if I run name here, we get an error, name error. Name is not defined, because remember from the last video, this has to run first. So we have a variable created. This is kind of what's different from when we're running local scripts on our on Visual Studio Code. So first click here, it's green check mark, I run it from there. And we could also, if I go back here and I restart the session, and at the same time, I suppose we can also clear the output, which was in view. Click. Oh, no, sorry, in edit, clear all outputs. All right, you see there's this run all button, then it will run from top to bottom. So we might have a very long notebook, the click note, and we see everything works out fine. So that's a bit about the interface. There's a lot of things we can do here. We get they have developed this tool a lot, so we can add a comment form. We can do, if we look at the text documentation, we can say create a variable, just for example. And then we can close. We have this text, and I would like to move it, and we get this UI here where we can go up, and we have it there. We can delete it. For example, I'm not using this one at the bottom. I can delete that. And not sure we're using this either, so you can remove that. And for example, here we can edit. They've even added AI features apparently to explain the code or transform it, generate. And for example, if I want to create a new text, click text, and then here I could say output variable. Close. And we see we get this kind of structure, and we can make it very similar to how we do in Markdown. For example, if you take a look at how it looks, you see that there's a kind of pattern for the headers. We start with a hashtag, and one hashtag means it's the biggest header, it's the most important one, and the two hashtags are the secondary, and we can go from 1 to 6, so up to 6 hashtags. We can add example code. Perhaps you want to explain something about, for example, the structure of this function. So that's just the UI, and in the next video we will delve into lists.